Tom with TK Designs here. In my last video, I showed you the result of an inlay that was not properly seated during the glue up, as seen in this picture here. In this video, I'll show you the method to repair the inlay to save your project if you encounter this kind of problem. Follow along with the video as I guide you through the repair process and fix this bad inlay. Alright, so I've opened up the original project in Vector, and this area here is where I'm going to make the repair. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to need to make a toolpath like the original inlay. Now, instead of having to cut out the entire original inlay again, I can simply highlight the vectors from this area that would be part of this group. I can right click. I can select copy to, layer, new layer, and I'm going to call this layer repair and give it the red color. And that highlights it, makes it visible. So now we'll hide our other layers here. And we will draw a line across the areas we want to effect. So I'm going to start up here, click left, drag across, make sure I intersect both vectors, left click, and then right click to release. Now I can use the vector trimming tool and I can cut away all of the parts that aren't necessary. This area here is where I'm going to keep the vector, so go ahead and trim that, and then that's our repair vector. Now we can just delete the rest of these vectors. Okay, for our next step, let's go ahead and create a new sheet. I already had it in there. This is going to be Shapeoko repair. And the dimensions I have for that are going to be 100 millimeters wide, 95 millimeters tall, and the thickness is 16 millimeters. Actually, let's change that. That's 17 millimeters. And what this little plug area is going to be for is for our v-carve inlay. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to our maple sheet where our repair part's going to be. And we can now go over, we can create a v-carve inlay toolpath. So we'll highlight our repair, do the v-carve inlay toolpath, same parameters as always. Our plug destination sheet, we're going to say is our Shapeoko repair. Again, I'm going to go with about a 12 millimeter offset. And I'm going to call this repair. And this is going to give us our parts in order to clear out on the maple here and to create a repair plug that we'll use to fill the gap. So we'll go ahead and calculate that out. And then we see that we have our repair vector there. And if we look at our Shapeoko repair vector, we also have our repair vector there. This is going to make our plug, and we'll get that plugged in and be able to facilitate our repair. So now all we need to do is to export our plug toolpath. Let's a Peely repair. We'll call that plug. And then we'll switch back over to our maple sheet, and we'll do our repair toolpaths there. We'll save those toolpaths and we'll call those maple repair. Now all we'll need to do is go to the CNC and cut these out, glue them up, and we should have our repair. We'll start with the pocket toolpath, and this will clear out the area. Something I want to point out, you got to be really, really accurate with how you line up your workpiece. Make sure that you get the workpiece in the exact XY coordinates. Otherwise, you might overcut. So, as you can see, the pocket tool path that I did cleared out the old inlay material and got rid of all the glue and everything else. Now we go ahead and create a brand new plug for our material. I did the glue up to the inlay piece off camera and decided to put it back on camera to do the clearance of the replacement part. Now that the part is cleared, we'll give it a good sanding to level out the surface. And then after that, we'll take a look and see how our patch looks, how our repair is. So as we can see, now that everything's layered down, we've got a good solid inlay. All the lines match up. And we do have just a small line across the center there that shows where the damage was. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. Here's some other videos I think you might enjoy.